Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. Guys, in this video we will be practicing questions for your Cognizant Gen Z Communication Assessment Round. Okay, and the questions that we have taken in this video are from your actual assessment. Okay, these questions have appeared in the actual Cognizant Gen Z Communication Assessment, so that you have the best practice of these questions. I have taken and solved these questions in this video. Make sure to watch the video till complete end so that you don't miss on any of the important information. And I just want one thing from you guys. If you are finding this video helpful, please at least write the word helpful in the comment box so that I get to know how many of you are preparing for it and I can post more content related to it. So without wasting any time, let's get started with today's video. But before that, if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel as it really motivates me to bring more such content for all of you. There is a complete playlist on my channel related to Cognizant Prep. You will find more videos related to your communication assessment in this playlist. So let's get started with first section. Let's start by looking at the first set of questions that we have. In these questions, the instructions that are given to us is read the given sentences aloud clearly and fluently. Basically, we will be having one by one sentences on our screen. We need to read it aloud. I would highly suggest you that before watching directly how I am pronouncing these sentences, you also try to read it aloud so that you get an actual practice of questions when how you will appear in your examination. So let's start with the first sentence. Shall we meet tomorrow to celebrate Jane's birthday? Second, the strawberries grown on our farm are clean and fresh. Third sentence, yesterday was an important day for the international fashion industry. Fourth sentence, I found this yellow shell in the sand. It looks amazing. Fifth, we must avoid a generalized outlook on corruption as times are changing. Sixth sentence, the zealous soldiers successfully dodged bullets from the powerful machine guns. Seventh sentence, the stark difference in prices between luxury brands surprises me. Eighth, I usually avoid using jargon that might confuse my audience. Ninth, the children were excited to see the colorful balloons at the carnival. 10. She carefully arranged the books on the wooden shelf. 11th, the rhythmic sound of the waves crashing on the shore was calming. 12th, his ability to solve complex problems quickly impressed everyone. 13th, the museum displayed ancient artifacts from different civilizations. 14th, despite the heavy rain, they continued their journey without hesitation. 15th, the scientists conducted multiple experiments to test her hypothesis. So guys, we have read all the 15 sentences. Now I want to give you a few tips. Okay, like see, I have taken all the 15 sentences on one screen and I was reading it aloud, but in your assessments you won't get all the 15 sentences in one go. How you will be getting is, you will be getting one sentence on your screen and you need to read it out. Now few of you might have this doubt that I was telling sentence 1, sentence 2 and I was reading the numbers of the sentence. So do you have to also speak in the same way? No, you don't have to say that. You just have to read your sentence loud out. Okay. So I hope this section is now clear. Let's now move on to the next set of questions that we have. So guys, next section that we have is speaking. Now in these types of questions, basically you will be given few different topics. Okay. And you have to speak on that topic for 1 minute. Okay. Now there might be cases that you will be given just the title like this. Okay. How I have taken in the question, or you might be getting a title and 2 to 3 points. Okay. About that title. Based on those 2 to 3 points, you can create your speech and then you can speak on that topic. Okay, and you will also get some time to prepare your speech. Okay, what you are going to speak on that topic, you will get like 60 to 90 seconds to prepare your speech, and then based on that you have to speak. But guys, don't focus on writing your speech because you won't have that much of time. What you can do is you can prepare points in a notebook or somewhere so that when you speak you can understand what points you have to speak it out. Okay, but don't think that I will write the entire paragraph of what I need to speak in 1 minute and then I will speak that out, because you won't get that much of time. Okay, when you will like appear for your assessments. Okay, let's attempt these questions one by one so that you get a better understanding of how you have to attempt these questions in your actual assessment. First sentence or first topic that we have is describe a memorable trip you have taken. Okay, now I will be answering this. Okay, I will be speaking out a paragraph or like the answer for this question. You have to understand very clearly and listen very attentively how am I speaking. The topic is describe a memorable trip you have taken. One of the most memorable trips I have taken was to the mountains. I visited a hill station with my family where we enjoyed beautiful scenery, fresh air, and adventure activities like trekking. The highlight of the trip was watching the sunrise from the highest peak. It was a refreshing and unforgettable experience. So guys, in this way you have to speak your on the topic, and you have to speak for like 1 minute, or basically the timing will be given to you like 60 seconds or 30 seconds, whatever, and in that way you can prepare your content. I am not speaking for too long because my main motive of this video is that I have to give you an understanding of what types of question will come and how you will answer them. Okay, moving on to second topic. What are the advantages of reading books over watching movies? Okay, so I'm now going to speak on this topic. Reading books allows us to use our imagination, develop vocabulary, and improve concentration. Books provide in-depth details that movies often miss. Unlike movies, books let us interpret characters and stories in our own way. Also, reading is a great way to relax without the screen time. So in this way you have to speak it, guys. Okay, now guys, try when you are speaking these topics, okay, try that you don't stammer in between. Okay, if someone has genuine stammering problem, that is totally fine. Okay, but try that you speak in one flow. Okay, don't take too much of gaps and all, because that will not look good and that will not sound good, okay, when you are speaking on a particular topic. Let's move on to third topic that we have. If you could invent something new, what would it be? Okay, so I'm going to speak on this topic now. I would invent a device that translates animal sound into human language. This would help us understand what animals feel and need, improving their care and protection. It could be useful for pet owners, veterinarians, and even wildlife conservatives. So in this way, guys, you can speak on this topic. Let's move on to the next question. How do you define success in life? Okay, so I'm going to now speak on this topic. Success in life is achieving personal happiness and fulfillment. It is not just about money or career growth, but also about good health, meaningful relationships, and continual learning. Success is different for everyone, but for me, it means feeling satisfied with what I do in everyday work. So guys, in this way, you have to speak on like different topics that are given to you. I hope you have understood it. I have already given you the tips, okay, what you should follow. Don't stammer in between. Try noting down points, okay. So I'll just write down the tips so that you understand in a better way. Don't take gaps, okay, and note down points somewhere. Okay, strictly note down points only and not the entire speech. That is not recommended. And don't over repeat the sentence. Okay, like if you have spoken about a sentence already once, don't speak the same sentence again and again. So these types of basic things, if you will take care, you can easily clear this section. Let's move on to the next section now. So the next section that we have is based on fill in the blanks and MCQs. Okay, now in these types of questions, guys, these are grammatical based questions. Okay, so grammar based questions will be there, and there is a possibility that you will get the questions in the form of fill in the blanks, and you will get some questions in the form of MCQs. Okay, but I have taken all the questions in the form of fill in the blanks so that you get a better practice. Even though if you don't get any options or MCQs, you can easily attempt those questions. But just remember that in your exams you might also get MCQs or multiple choice questions in some of the cases. Okay, let's read the instructions and then we will attempt the questions one by one. The instruction says that choose the correct answer for each blank or multiple choice question. Okay, the first set of question is verb forms. Based on verb forms, basically you will be given a sentence and you have to fill in the blanks with the correct verb form. Let's see the first sentence. She dash go to school every day. The correct answer in this case is going to be she goes to school every day. Second one we will see, they, and the verb is play football when it started raining. So the correct answer I am writing here, they were playing football when it started raining. Okay, let's see the next set of question that we have. He dash complete his work before the deadline. So he had completed. Okay, this is in past tense, that is why he had completed his work before the deadline. Now guys, before we move on to the next question, I just want to let you know that don't think that, you know, do we have to speak in this question or do we have to type. Don't worry about this at this moment, because you will have proper on screen instruction whether you have to type the answer of a particular question or you have to speak the answer of a particular question. Basically in these types of questions, majority of the times they will ask you to type in, and everything will be clearly written on your screen when you get a question that please type in the answer of this question, or it will be written that please speak out the answer of this question, and before speaking you also have to click a button. So on screen instructions are very clear, so don't worry about anything. Okay, let's move on to the next question that we have. I dash write an email when she called. So the correct answer in this case will be I was writing an email when she called. Okay, see, she called, which means past tense, so that is why we will write the, like, we will select the verb form in such a way that I was writing an email when she called me, right? Okay, moving on to the next question. The baby dash cry for milk. The correct answer will be the baby is crying for milk. Okay, normal present tense sentence. Next question that we have is, by next year she graduate from college. So the correct answer for this one will be by next year she will have graduated. Okay, by next year she will have graduated. Okay, from the college or from college. Let's see the next question. They dash wait for 2 hours before the bus arrived. So the correct answer will be they had been waiting. They had been waiting for 2 hours before the bus arrived. Let's see the next question. My brother dash enjoy reading novels. The correct answer will be my brother enjoys reading novels. Okay, let's now move on to the next set of questions. But before we move on to the next set of questions, guys, I have a humble request from all of you that if you are finding this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with your friends. Also, if you are new to my channel and haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, because it really motivates me to bring more such helpful content for all of you. Okay, let's now move on to the next set of questions that we have. These are also fill in the blanks based questions. What we need to do is we need to fill in the blanks based on the correct tenses. Okay, let's see the first question that we have here. She studied when the phone rang. The correct answer will be she was studying. She was studying when the phone rang. Okay, so the correct answer will be she was studying when the phone rang. Let's move on to second question. If you heat water, it turns into steam. So the correct answer will be if you heat water, it turns into steam. So this word itself is fine. Okay, so in this case you don't have to change anything, so this is making sense. Okay, if you heat water, it turns into steam. Let's see the next question. By next summer we dash move to a new house. The correct answer will be by next summer we will have moved. We will have moved to a new house. Okay, let's see the next question that we have. The train arrived before we reached the station. So the correct answer will be the train had arrived before we reached the station. Okay, past tense. Next question that we have. While I walk, I was a shooting star. So the correct, I saw a shooting star, sorry. So the correct answer will be while I was walking, I saw a shooting star. Okay, moving on. He dash go to market yesterday. See, yesterday means past tense, so you have to understand the tense of the sentence and then you have to give your answer. Okay, basically. So the correct answer will be he went to the market yesterday. Next question. They dash be best friends since childhood. Okay, so the correct answer will be they have been best friends since childhood. Next question that we have is when she arrives, we dash start the meeting. The correct answer will be when she arrives, we will start the meeting. Future tense basically. Okay, hope you have understood these set of questions. Okay, very easy. If you have practiced enough, I can very confidently say that you will definitely attempt these questions very well. Don't worry about it. Moving on to the next set of questions, which are based on articles. So we have different articles like a, an, and the. Okay, so we have to fill in the blanks with the correct form of articles. Okay, now just in case, I am very sure that all of you must be aware, but let me repeat it. So if we have any vowels like A, E, I, O, U, okay, that is getting used, in those cases we will use N. Okay, let's see the first question that we have. I saw dash elephant in the zoo. The correct answer will be I saw an elephant, because E is a vowel. Moving on to the second question. He is dash honest person. In this case also it will come N. Now you must be like, some people might be wondering why we are putting N here. H is not a vowel. But see, when you pronounce this word, it says honest, right? The word that is coming out is O. That is why we are using N over here, because the vowel sounding cases also you have to use N. Okay. Moving on to the next question. She bought dash apple and a banana. The correct answer will be she bought an apple and a banana. Again, A is a vowel here. Moving on to the next question. This is dash best day of my life. The correct answer will be this is the best day of my life. Okay. Moving on to the next question. There was dash unexpected visitor at the door. The correct answer will be there was an unexpected visitor at the door. Again, unexpected, U is a vowel. We need to find dash solution to this problem. The correct answer will be we need to find a solution to this problem. Okay, I hope you have understood how you can solve questions based on articles. You just have to fill in the blanks with the correct form of articles, which is a, an, or the. Moving on to the next set of question now. So now again we have fill in the blanks based on questions, and you have to fill in the blanks based on correct prepositions. Okay, let's read the questions one by one and we will solve them. First question is, she is interested dash learning new languages. So the correct answer will be she is interested in learning new languages. Moving on to second question now. The book is dash the table. The correct answer is the book is on the table. Okay. Moving on to the next question. He walked dash the park in the evening. The correct answer will be he walked through the park in the evening. Next, see the next question. We will meet dash Monday morning. The correct answer will be we will meet on Monday morning. Next question is, the keys are dash the drawer. The correct answer will be the keys are in the drawer. And we have the last question based on prepositions, that is, they traveled dash car to the city. The answer will be they traveled by car to the city. Okay. Hope you have understood these types of questions based on prepositions. Moving on to the next set of questions that we have, which are based on voice changes. Now, in these types of questions, maybe there are chances that you will get options for the questions, but I have not taken any options so that you get a better understanding of solving these questions. Let's solve these questions without having any options given to us. Okay. Okay. So let's take the first question. Basically, the question is, the teacher corrected the assignments. Okay, and we are asked that this is an active voice sentence. We have to change it to passive voice. So I'm writing the answer here for all of you. Okay, the answer will be the assignments were corrected by the teacher. Okay, so the passive sentence will be the assignments were corrected by the teacher. Let's take the second question. The chef cooked a delicious meal. We have to change this sentence into a passive voice. The correct answer will be a delicious meal was cooked by the chef. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The police caught the thief. Again, this is the active voice sentence. We have to convert it into a passive voice sentence. The correct answer will be the thief was caught by the police. Okay, so this is the correct answer for this question. Moving on to the next question. A novel was written by her. Now this is a passive sentence. Okay, so we have to convert it into active voice. The correct answer will be she wrote a novel. Okay, moving on to the next question. The house was painted by workers, and again this sentence we have to convert it to active voice. So the correct answer will be the workers painted the house. Okay, Let's see the last question that we have based on these types of question. Which is voice change. The question is, the homework was completed by the students, and we have to change it to active voice. Basically, this sentence is in passive voice. We have to change it to active voice. The correct answer will be, the students completed the homework. Okay. Now I hope you have got the understanding of how you can solve these questions. Okay. Now let's move on to the next set of questions, which are based on listening. Let's understand the instructions first, and then we will attempt these questions. The instruction says that listen to the audio and answer the questions. Basically, for this set of questions, one audio will play and you have to listen to that audio very attentively, because you won't get the chance to listen to the audio once again. It will only play once. Okay. And after the audio is played, you will get few questions which you have to answer. So now one audio will play. After that, we will attempt these questions.
Whenever my family traveled by train to California, we often picked up items at various stations along the way. We especially enjoyed sampling local specialties like sourdough bread from San Francisco or dates from Palm Springs. However, my favorite finds were always the hand-crafted wooden toys from a small town near Napa Valley, known for its traditional craftsmanship. These toys stood out for their glossy lacquered finish, made using a natural resin produced by insects. Back then, they were hand-painted with organic dyes and sold in small woven baskets. I loved their vibrant colors, intricate details, and charming designs.
Okay, so we have heard the audio now. Let's attempt the questions based on that. First question is, what items did the family enjoy picking up during their train travels? So the answer for this will be, the family enjoyed picking up local specialties such as sourdough bread, dates, and handcrafted wooden toys. Okay, let's move on to the second question. Where did they get their sourdough bread from? The correct answer will be, they get sourdough bread from San Francisco. Okay. Now guys, before we move on to the next question, I just want to give you one tip or one advice, that in these set of questions, usually you will get 3 questions, okay, based on the audio, but I have taken 4 to 5 so that you have a better understanding, okay, like what types of question can come and how you can answer them. Okay. Let's see the third question that we have here. What made the handcrafted toys unique? The answer will be, the handcrafted toys were unique because of their glossy lacquered finish made from a natural resin. Okay. Let's see the next question. How were the toys painted? The answer will be, the toys were hand painted using organic dyes. Next question is, what material was used to coat the toys? The correct answer will be, the toys were coated with a lacquer made from natural resin produced by insects. Okay. Now guys, the main important tip for these types of questions is you have to listen very attentively. Okay. Because if you are not attentive while listening, then you might attentively, because if you do not listen attentively, this is not passage based questions that you can read the passage twice or thrice, right? See, the questions will be very basic, because they can't ask you very in depth or very detailed questions. You just have to answer in one line. But the thing is, you have to listen attentively. If you have not listened attentively, then you might not know what the question is asking. Okay. But I would still say that, if just in case if you have missed a question, okay, if you have missed a part of the paragraph or you have not listened attentively, just try to answer anything, whatever you can think of the answer of a question. Okay. Don't miss any of the questions, because you might not know. Just attempting will also can get it corrected. Okay. Okay, so we have already seen the first question now. Now we will move on to the second audio. So first the audio will play and then we will attempt these questions. So now the audio will play for you.
Discipline is often hailed as the cornerstone of success, but what if it's not always the key for Tom? Discipline was not a virtue, but a constraint that limited his potential. In his early career, he adhered to rigid routines, prioritizing structure over spontaneity. However, over time, he began to question the value of this obsessive control. Was he really being productive, or merely filling time? The constant pressure to stay disciplined made him feel trapped, stifling his creativity and passion. Tom eventually learned to embrace a more flexible approach, letting go of strict routines. His work improved as he found space for innovation and flow, proving that discipline, when overemphasized, can sometimes hinder true progress.
Okay guys, so now you must have heard the audio. Let's see the questions that we have based on this audio. First question is, how did Tom initially view discipline? The correct answer for this one will be, Tom initially viewed discipline as a strict routine that had to be followed. Okay. Let's see the second question. What made Tom question the value of discipline? The answer will be Tom questioned discipline when he realized it was making him feel trapped rather than productive. Okay. Let's see the third question that we have. How did discipline affect Tom's creativity? The correct answer will be discipline affected Tom's creativity by limiting his ability to explore new ideas. Let's see the next question that we have here. What changes did Tom make in his approach? The correct answer will be he adopted a more flexible approach, allowing space for innovation. Let's see the next question that we have. What was the final result of his shift in perspective? The correct answer will be the result was that his work improved and he found more passion in what he did. So guys, in this way you have to answer all these questions. And as already mentioned, you will get mostly 3 questions based on audio, but I have taken 5 questions for better practice. Let's move on to the next question that we have. Okay, in this one I have taken a lot of questions. First, the audio will play. Listen to the audio very carefully and then we will attempt these questions. Okay.
Backpacking, celebrated as an exhilarating endeavor, demands far more than enthusiasm. It requires a blend of physical endurance, strategic preparation and adaptability to endure rugged terrains and capricious weather. Unlike conventional vacations, backpacking revolves around carrying only the essentials, reflecting a philosophy of minimalist living. However, simplicity here is deceptive. It conceals the meticulous planning needed to understand local environments, customs and potential hazards. Though often perceived as spontaneous, backpacking thrives on preparation and adaptability. The experience, while stripping away indulgences, enriches the traveler with profound self-awareness and resilience. It is a paradoxical journey, one of deprivation and fulfillment, where each challenge reshapes the traveler's perspective and priorities.
Okay, I hope you must have heard the audio attentively. Let's see the questions that we have based on the audio. The first question is, what are some essential qualities required for backpacking? The correct answer will be essential qualities for backpacking include endurance, preparation and adaptability. Second question, how does backpacking differ from conventional vacations? The correct answer will be unlike vacations, backpacking requires carrying only the essential and traveling with a minimalist approach. Moving on to the next question, what is the philosophy behind minimalist living in backpacking? The answer will be the philosophy behind minimalistic living in a backpacking is to rely on only what is necessary. Moving on to the next question, why is meticulous planning necessary for backpacking? The correct answer is planning is important to understand local environments, customs and possible risks. Moving on to the next question, what does backpacking teach travelers about themselves? The correct answer will be backpacking teaches travelers self-awareness and resilience. Moving on to the next question, what is the paradox of backpacking? The correct answer will be the paradox of backpacking is that while it removes indulgences, it enriches the traveler's life. Moving on to the next question, how does backpacking reshape a traveler's perspective? The correct answer will be backpacking reshapes a traveler's perspective by making them more adaptable and appreciative of simplicity. Moving on to the next question, what kind of challenges do backpackers often face? The correct answer will be backpackers often face challenges like harsh weather, navigation issues, and limited resources. Moving on to the next question or the last question that we have, why is adaptability important in backpacking? The correct answer will be adaptability is crucial because conditions and situations can change unexpectedly during the journey. Okay guys, so I hope now you have got the understanding of how you have to solve these questions based on listening. As I already told you, you will mostly get 3 questions based on the audio, but for better practice I have tried to take maximum amount of questions that we can take from these questions. Okay, now guys, I just have one request from you. If you have watched this video so far and if you have found it helpful, please at least write the word helpful in the comment box so that I get to know that how many of you are preparing from these videos and how many of you have watched the video till here. So that's all for today guys. I hope you found the video helpful. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Make sure to join me on Telegram and Instagram as well. You can ask your queries in the Instagram DM as well, and if you need any content, you can request it on our Telegram channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet to receive all the latest regular updates. I regularly post off-campus drives and preparation related videos for placements on my channel. So that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching the video.